I'm going to start lining up multi-million dollar unification bouts as quick as possible.
And we lost him. Hello. Mm-hmm. There.
That was weird.
Ah,
Hold on.
there you are.
I know. Now, hold on. I don't know why it said that. That was weird. Now this won't go back in. For that to have happened. Right in the middle of the show. That's bizarre. Bizarre. I don't know why I did that, Andrew.
All right.
And most of that recorded, which makes no sense. Go figure. Hi, Andrew.
What's up, Lee?
Okay, so now if I was a professional, you wouldn't have heard any of that, and it would have just jumped to me discussing the main event and tying it into this shitty fight. Look,
I get stop saying it was a shitty fight.
There was no skill, dude.
It does. Sometimes skill doesn't.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it, but they were just hanging and banging like lunatics.
Yes, they were. They were going for $1 million. Why not fight like that?
You know what Evander saw in his mind? Boy, if I was still fighting, I could beat either one of these guys.
I've seen Evander in a lot of throwdowns, though. I really have. There's been some times where Evander was doing nothing but throwing hooks him damn self, okay? I'm telling you, Lee, that's what the crowd wants to see. Knockdowns both ways, guys getting hurt, coming back. And Breazeale it looked like he was out on his feet a few times and came back. Eye swollen in the third round from a thumb, it looked like. I mean, his eye was swelling fast. He came back. He showed it. That's what we want. I'm telling you right now, any average fan watching last night on Fox, they were entertained. Big shout out to the PBC on that part. Okay, we're talking. This is the first fight of the night. I'm talking about the first fight.
I'm just telling you. They didn't expect this fight out of Breazeale.
I totally understand that. But Al Heyman owns both of them, so it really doesn't matter.
He was going to get one fighter out.
It doesn't matter who wins.
Right.
Breazeale still has a decent record. He's only lost once. Okay, so he's been a headliner for the PBC for a while. I will not be surprised if he does get the shot at Wilder. Listen, Wilder and Breazeale have a feud going outside of the ring. Supposedly last night in the hotel lobby over there, both camps got into it, and it spread all the way to the outside where the cops had to be called. Now, no one was arrested, but there's obviously something going on between these two camps.
There's nothing going on between these two camps except Breazeale trying to make drama so that he can get a fight.
Totally want to see him come back. He needs to learn from this fight. He did a few things wrong. He ran out of gas. He was throwing too many power shots. His hands were down too much. But the guy has it all offensively. We're talking power, accuracy, combinations, the body shot. Lee, he was throwing some of the best body shots I've seen in the heavyweight division in a long time. That guy knows how to throw a left to the body. No, I seen upsides in both of these guys. I think they both come back. It's the type of fighting we want to see right there.
Okay. In the co-main event, Jarrett Hurd defending he was defending, right?
No, this is a vacant. He won. Yeah, this is a vacant.
It's vacant. Shot. IBF junior middleweight champion.
Charlo moving up to the middleweight division, right. Lee.
He took on a guy by the name of Tony Harrison, who I'm guessing was sprung on bail. I mean, he looked like he was an escapee from The Wire.
You're so
is that
stupid.
Bad?
I thought he looked like DMX a little.
No, what was up with the blonde hair on top? Like the
that was Hurd. You're talking about Hurd, yeah.
I mean, Hurd, yeah.
Did he love the name Swift? Him and Danny might have to fight, Lee. Even though I give it to Jarrett Hurd right now. I mean, Swift on the back, the chest, his shorts. Hey, Danny, you better pick up your Swift game if you want to keep that nickname, bro. I don't know.
This was an entertaining fight.
Have you ever seen someone brand himself as much as Hurd did last night?
Yeah, right.
He's definitely
But that's
Swift.
The way to do it.
I tattoo it on his forehead. Swift, baby.
After kind of a slow start, Harrison was able to calm down and catch Swift early on. I personally thought Harrison did well in the early stages of this fight. I definitely liked the way he threw his punches. I like that downward.
Yes.
I like that jab downward punch thing that Harrison had going for him.
Look a little like Tommy. Boy, he threw that
Yeah,
right.
no, he looked definitely like he's the guy who came out of Kronk, right? He's
and even the chin, man. Even the chin looked like doubt. Tommy.
And then for whatever unbelievable reason, Harrison, who was ahead on every single scorecard on the planet, comes round 8.
Telling you.
He gasses out literally like he's out of gas in round 8.
Yep.
And then in round 9 comes the end of the fight, right? So Hurd lands a big right hand right on the button, scores a knockdown. Harrison gets up, tries to
by the ref.
Mouthpiece.
Yes.
Ref waves the bout at 224. And that's a real shame because based on the scorecards and everything that I saw, right, Harrison had this completely buttoned down all the way in.
All he had to do was box, Lee. But you know what happened is he allowed Hurd to get closer every round. Every round. He started off on the outside, moving, feet work was going, throwing good combinations on the outside. But every round, he's seen him getting closer and closer. And I think it's like the 5th round. Hurd hurts Harrison, and he was never the same. I actually.
If you want to go by the scorecards, here's the way the judges had it.
It should only. Go ahead.
There's 2 crossouts. You shouldn't look at the IBF scorecards because they just look so bad. Like they're really swaying this towards Hurd anyway. Like this is a very disturbing scorecard. They wind up, in retrospect, 2 judges scratch out their 9-10 or 10-10 rounds for round 1 and like scratch them out and make their 10 round into 9-9s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like there's lots of funky ass shit on.
I love that.
Scorecards.
That's so great.
Where they cross out numbers and they're putting in other numbers. So
really, they're not even supposed to be able to do that. Those cards are supposed to be individual. You give them to you give them to the ref, and then they tally them up somewhere else.
Round 1 has 2 scratch outs. Wow. The judges all almost across the board. Rounds 4 and 5 is where they see the switch for Hurd, and then rounds 7 and 8 ultimately they switch it back in.
He just started off slow. There was a lot of jabs going on in these first few rounds, Lee. And like I said, it was.
I don't think that's really fair. I thought Harrison from rounds 2 up until about round 7 fought a great fight.
Well, he fought a
great fight.
He was dropping more of the combinations that were landing. Don't get me wrong. I have Harrison winning the first, I believe, 6 rounds. This is 6-0. But in that 5th round, he was hurt. He was hurt by an uppercut. And even though I gave him the round, he won the round because one punch doesn't change it for me. The next 2 rounds, he's just getting beat on. He can't get off the ropes. His defense, his legs just look gone. Now, granted, Lee, he still has a great right hand even when being hurt. You could see it. The guy is staggering. He's wobbling off every shot. And then boom, boom, boom. He throws a beautiful combination right back. So it's really strange. But look, this is the second time that Tony Harrison has been knocked out in the 9th round. Okay, Willie Nelson did it on the undercard of Thurman versus Collazo. And now you had this one tonight. So this could be the downfall of his career, is the fact that he's not a 12-round fighter. Who knows? But right now, it doesn't seem like he could get past the 9th round.
Which now takes us to our main event of the evening.
Oh, wait a minute. David Hudson, I'm going to give that referee credit for stopping that fight. Lee, I don't know if
for the hit and then out of the ring.
No. No. For when that guy Harrison drops his mouthpiece, that is the right call to do, is to stop the fight. Now, I always go back to Corrales Castillo, because everyone always praises that fight as one of the greatest fights of all time. And while it is, that was very wrong what Tony Weeks did that night, just penalizing Corrales and stuffing a mouthpiece back into his mouth. We don't know if that man was having trouble breathing, if he had a punctured lung. When a man can't keep his mouthpiece in his mouth, I think there's nothing you can do but wave off the fight. So he might have stopped a great comeback.
But here's the thing. We don't know that based on the Corrales, because for those of you who don't know, go watch the Corrales
Doesn't matter. He
fight.
does it twice back to back.
What if at that point they make dramatic changes to athletic commissions to say, hey, look, anybody spits it out in the future, you got to pull the fight. I don't know historically from, I've got a few friends that are California state judges. I could probably ask them.
No, they didn't. No. That ref made that call on his own because every state is different. Now I don't.
They kind of keep a uniform set of rules. I mean, I'm wondering if Corrales Castillo didn't set the stage for you spit it out, you're pulling the fight.
Well, I hope it did it on a common sense basis with the referees. I don't think it did in the laws, or the rules, excuse me, of boxing. No, they never changed it. I told you, they gave him praise. A lot of people praised Corrales for doing that. I thought that was one of the most...
I did.
Well, I know. There was a lot that did. It's not right. That's not right.
I thought it was brilliant.
The referee must stop it. That man could be done.
Hey, look, when you can't catch your breath, you got to do whatever you got to do.
And that's what the ref did. Hey, when you can't catch your breath, he has to do what he has to do, too. Exactly. It was a great move by Hudson.
All right, that takes us to the main event of the evening. And by the way, good stoppage on the Izu fight, because I know that there were a couple of people going, he looked okay. He stumbled around the ring after he got hit out of the ring. That was a great stop.
Yes.
I mean, yes, he has the ability to come back in after he has a full 10 count to climb back in and get to his feet. But he was going to call that fight off before he went down. And that was a good stoppage. I thought the refs, by and large, did a great job. I'm a little disappointed looking at the scorecards from last night as we're talking about the replays, because now we go to the main event of the evening. Your main event of the evening. 4 rounds of boxing, because that's all it wound up being. It all ended kind of abruptly. Deontay Wilder. Deontay, I've never fought anybody really in the top 10 Wilder. Like, I don't know how he can be so incredibly pompous about his record. I get that it's 38-0. I get that it's 37 knockouts. I get that. I'm not naive. He has knocked out full-grown human beings who box for a living. But he has not fought a real top 10 fighter yet. He has not fought a legit anybody. The first legit person he gets, he tears his... And that dude wasn't even legit. He broke his hand. He tears his shoulder. Really, against Chris Arreola. That's the fight that, destroys your body. Really. Really. Chris Arreola. The guy who repeatedly says he can't put down a plate of pancakes. I mean, seriously. I am so disappointed with Deontay Wilder. And what irritates me the most about Deontay Wilder fights is the yes, you are that bad a man cheering section that I can hear mic'd up super loud like he is the end-all be-all shit. I'm just calling it straight how I feel it. And the reality is that's disrespectful to real champions and the heavyweight division. He's not. He's a fucking paper champion. Straight up. He has been his entire career. People who think he's legit, you are delusional as all get. As delusional as that crowd that jumped up when he got that knockout as he's standing over the ring doing the I am the man routine. No, you're not. You haven't fought anybody.
The guy was ranked 19th in the world.
Yeah, he hasn't fought anybody in the top 10. Not a single soul worth the time.
Since winning the
title.
title?
Not a single person. So, yeah, and even that, he was fighting another Don King paper champion at the time. It's disappointing. Deontay Wilder is a massive disappointment.
We've hit on that a few times.
How did this thing go 5 rounds? How does this, for those of you who don't know,
give Washington.
He wins in the 5th round. It ends pretty abruptly in the 5th at 145. He brings in a swooping right hand that anybody above the age of 5 who's been boxing outside of 2 years, that thing came in for, he wound up. It was a cartoon. It was so far out there. And brought it right across the side of this guy's head. It was almost like a paintbrush punch. He brought this thing all the way out and across and just powered through this guy's guard and caught him. That was the end of it. And then he jumped on him as quick as he could. But that second or third round where he just stands there for 2 minutes not knowing how to come in on Washington. Was that like the second round where he's just sitting and staring at him